I'm Matthew Condi, and this is El Paso Inc. Multimedia. We're lucky enough today to talk with veteran broadcaster, award-winning journalist, and business owner, Jim Parisi. Jim, thank you very much for taking some time. Real quick, let's talk about what got you into the media game, the journalist. Like, what was the driving force? What made you want to do this?
Curiosity.
Right.
You know, if you're a curious little bugger as a child, you always want to know. You always want to know. What better thing than journalism where you can do what you're doing right now? Just say, I always want to know this. Let me ask it. And just ask and get the answers.
So just curiosity, right?
Yeah, curiosity. And I like to write, put things together, tell stories.
So were you annoying as a child, asking questions all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you have it. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for stopping by. No.
Yeah.
So you started in radio,
Mm-hmm.
and then moved over to television. And what was that about? Like, how did that work out for you? I don't understand.
Back then,
Right.
radio was cool, but TV was, and it wasn't like it was new. I'm not that old, but it was more modern, and it was more exciting
Okay.
and harder and more adrenaline rush because things were live. You're face to face to the person you're interviewing. That something could go wrong. You have to control suddenly. When you're doing radio, you're controlling your voice, blah blah blah, and you don't worry about your face at all. Suddenly, you're in a situation where if you look embarrassed or awkward, people can see it. So it was harder, and I like the challenge.
Okay. Yeah, that's,
I was better looking then.
that makes sense.
It's a long time ago.
That makes sense. And then, not that you're better looking, I'm just saying it makes sense, the transition. No, and then you ran a newsroom, went back into radio as you're a morning show host.
Talk show host.
It was an anchor of a station.
Yeah.
And that was, what was the difference between doing being an anchor position, and then wanting to get into a morning host?
Morning host was the first time, and I never really had strong opinions because if you're a journalist, what you do is you say, here's opinion A, here's opinion B, let me put it together fairly.
Okay.
You don't even really think, you know, which one do I agree with? And then you get older and you pay taxes and own homes and live with kids and suddenly you start having opinions on things in life.
Right.
And I thought, you know what? I'm someone who did it neutral. Maybe I can give some opinion, have some fun. I like being,
Okay.
you know, everybody likes entertaining a little bit. So talk radio was a chance to give opinion and hopefully make a difference in a different way.
Nice. No, it makes sense. I like that. I like that. You try to. What was it? Is you find it's a different kind of recognition between television and radio? A different kind of person that listens or views,
Yeah.
or a different kind of person that recognizes you.
Yeah, and in radio, they like you or don't like you not based on either how you look or how you present a story or whether you're fair, but whether they agree with your opinions. So
Right.
it's different.
Okay. And then and so let's talk about going from terrestrial radio. It's like AM talk show host, to what made you decide to start your own business and go digital? Because it's kind of moving on to the internet.
Everything is, and you can watch even the best newspapers, right? You know, magazines, Newsweek, Time, all that. The digital editions is what really is happening now. Television newsrooms are expanding onto the internet. You and I both know that even in radio, you would do side video pieces and put those
Right.
up on your website because video it's a world where people have short attention spans. They'll find you on the internet. It needs to be tight, it needs to get attention, it needs to be well done, but you can reach way more people.
Right.
You can really have no limit, and the competition is fierce on the internet, but the costs are lower to get there. So it's the new frontier, man. It's it.
And that's where you decide to take the reins in your own hand. And
Control it.
I mean, was it a little scary taking that leap, going from corporate environment, secure, and then just saying, forget it, I'm dropping everything, I believe in this, and I'm going for it?
Yes and no. Corporate is secure as long as you don't make waves, and you know a little bit about making waves.
Yeah, I
So,
know this by fact.
yeah, so it's scary
Right.
if bosses change, philosophies change. Where at least if you disagree with something and you run your own business, you don't mind. You live or die by your own way of looking at things, but that's an easier way to die. You know, if you get fired because of something that you say, you know, the boss just doesn't get it, and
Right.
here I am. But if you do something you believe in and it's not working, you have no one to blame but yourself. So it's easier.
Yeah, but isn't that scary? Because you do have no one to blame but yourself. So I mean, who do you turn to? I mean, it's kind of a harsh realization, though, right?
Yeah, but you know, after you do it for so many years, you think you know what you're doing. Whether you do or not, you think you do.
Okay, well, there you go. There you have it. There it is. It's Jim Parisi, journalist, broadcaster, now business owner, and digital mogul.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for taking time with us today.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thanks.